Good day, this is Rory. Today is Saturday, January 16th, 2021. And for me, another day of social distancing. I hope you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying home and staying safe. We're in the midst of this COVID, as you all know. And I'm doing my best to stay safe and just hope my family is doing the same thing, friends and loved ones. Let me see, I took a break from recording videos. As a matter of fact, I wasn't sure if I was going to record a video today, but just decided to go ahead and do it because one, I'm getting out of practice, and two, needed to do something a little bit different. So, kind of a recap for me the past 2 months, I've been focused on career goals. In particular, just working on some designations that I've always wanted to obtain years ago, but put a pause on that and focused on the task at hand for me, which was my different job duties and everything, which of course I'm still focusing on doing. But during this time, because it's a pandemic, because I don't really have much else going on, I decided to study for these exams as well as earn career designations, industry designations. And I'm happy to say that I've gotten one, which it took 5 exams, 2 of which I started probably back in 2011. I completed in 2011. And then I took 3 within this past year. And I forget exactly when I started on that. It was probably towards the end of the summer that I really, ramped up and decided to go for it. I got that finished. And so this month I'm studying for another exam, which will earn me another designation. And I'm hoping by the end of the year, I'm planning on completing 3 other designations, which will require about an exam every month or 2. And so throughout the day I work, and if I have a few minutes, I'll study, but for the most part I've just been studying after work and on the weekends, and it works for me. I just schedule the time to do it and do it. No big deal. And that's been going well, been working for me. And because of that, I also do earn some bonuses, incentives that I'm going to use towards paying for my medications. If you don't know my story, I was diagnosed with lupus back in May of 2019. Ended up moving back cross country in August of 2019 and going back to a position that I used to work. And then I transferred again in February to another location. Ended up having a grand mal seizure and was off for a month, and then went back to work. 2 days after getting back to work, we went in a lockdown. I've been working from home ever since. And if you don't know this, because of having seizures, you can't drive for 6 months. So I stayed at home basically for 6 months, and then started going back to the office. I want to say it was in October. And since October, I've been going in every, a few weeks or so to help out as an essential employee. And it's been nice to switch it up that way. Of course, I hate traffic, but no big deal. It's not as bad as it was pre-pandemic, but it's still bad. And, I guess on the bright side, the more traffic picks up, the more people that are employed. However, I am concerned that not enough precautions and things are being taken during this time to protect each other from COVID. It's very real. And along those lines, I'm going to share with you the fact that I am taking the vaccine whenever it's available for me. Don't really care if it's Pfizer, Moderna. I believe there's another couple of vaccines are going to be coming out soon, but you have to realize since 2018 I've been hospitalized 6 times, and I'm used to going into the hospital. I get that. However, what I'm not used to is dealing with those bills, and it took me a long while to dig under those. And so now I've gotten the medical bills paid. I'm focusing on trying not to go back to the hospital for a couple of reasons. Well, they're overtaxed dealing with all these COVID patients. And really, I'm trying to stay healthy enough to be able to not have to go to the hospital. I've been in 2 ambulances. Those bills were insane. I've had transfusions. I've had infusions. I've had all sorts of different procedures that they cost money. Unfortunately, I do have health insurance. But, even still, I'm paying thousands out of pocket that I was not anticipating on spending. Now that that's happened, I'm preparing for if I have to go to the hospital, having enough money to pay for the deductible, of course, but also for the out-of-pocket maximum. And funny thing about that, not funny, but I've gotten very diligent about checking my insurance at the beginning of the year, and also getting incentives to be able to pay towards my HRA, which is health reimbursement account. This year, I've checked my insurance plan, and a deductible said $1,600. The out-of-pocket maximum said $8,500. And I was like, wait a second, that's a lot higher than what I had applied for. Sure enough, I called my benefits center, as well as we did a conference call to our provider. Turns out I had the wrong plan set up for me, and I'm saying that just to say this. I'm not going to go into great detail about it, but make sure you check your plan. Make sure you do your research and make sure you have exactly what you applied for. Know what benefits you have, what incentives, and all those things. Read over your plan, get familiar, comfortable with it. I'm grateful to have a plan where a lot of the terminology is there, but I'm coming from an idiot's perspective. A lot of these things I didn't know or understand fully how it applied to me, but I had to figure out the hard way how all that stuff worked. And as best I can, I share that information with my colleagues, with my friends, and everybody, so that they're better informed about it. But like I said, I'm talking about all this from an idiot's perspective. So circling back, but I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want anybody to have to go to the hospital, especially now, to get care. And you have to think about this. There are people who need surgeries, or they need certain examinations done to make sure they don't have cancer or any other things that are happening. And I bet a lot of people are holding off because they hear about how overtaxed the local hospitals are. I get that. However, you definitely need to stay in touch with your primary care physician. If you have a rheumatologist, same thing, endocrinologist, a neurologist, a lawyer. I'm not sure why you even need to talk to your lawyer, but either way, just stay in touch. And those are my thoughts about that. But so right now, 16 days into 2021, and I didn't figure that it would be much better than 2020. A little surprised about some of the things that have been happening politically this year, without a doubt. Just really hoping for better days, and continue to protect those you love and stay safe. And if you have vaccination worries, I get that. I think in my next video I'm going to read an article I read by the Harvard Review. I think that's who it was, don't quote me on that, but I'm going to read that article word for word, which kind of gives them the history of vaccines and about this new mRNA vaccine that they're using, which is not all that new, actually. They've been researching this for years, for decades, and we just got to the place where they decided to use it towards COVID, and I imagine it's going to be used towards a lot of other illnesses and diseases that this could be a huge breakthrough. So I'm not an epidemiologist, a doctor, or any of that, so don't listen to me. Do your own research, be smart about it, and make your own decisions. But if you made it this far, thank you. I ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to come back and watch videos, tell your friends about it, share it on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter. Don't share it on TikTok. I still don't get TikTok. I'm too old for TikTok. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Take care.